Duran Premium Cigars, one of the fastest-growing boutique cigar companies, provides smokers a portal into the old Cuban tradition of the perfect balance and the lost art of progressive flavor construction. Roberto Pelayo Duran began his career in tobacco over 2 decades ago in Havana, where his reputation grew within Cuban circles. The creation of Duran Premium Cigars has given Roberto the platform to introduce a series of cigars that offer the quality and construction that he perfected while in Cuba. Brands include the ultra-premium Roberto P. Duran signature line, Azan, Nea, and Baracoa. Duran uses a seed to humidor approach, as all of their tobacco is grown in their farms and rolled in their factory in Esteli, Nicaragua. Rollers have been carefully chosen to carry out Roberto's precise method to ensure progressive flavor in each cigar. Duran Premium Cigars invites you to make their premium your standard.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stogie Geeks Show. This is our Stogies of the Week segment where we talk about what we've been smoking and attach a rating to that. We talked about Winston Churchill cigars earlier. Those were the brand that was popularized by Davidoff a long time ago. Somewhat discontinued for a while, or I don't know if they kind of tapered off. They weren't really making them. Then they reblended it and rebranded it. Say that 10 times fast. Rebranded and reblended.
A reboot.
It's a reboot. They rebooted it. Thank you. That's much easier to say. Rebooted it and have come out with a couple of limited edition offerings on top of that rebooted effort. And the most recent one is the Winston Churchill Late Hour. It's a Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. San Andreas Negro binder from Mexico. The filler... Wow, this is a mouthful. Dominican, Olor Viso, Piloto Seco, and San Vicente Mejorado Viso.
Well done.
Nicaraguan as well, which includes Condega Viso, aged in single malt Scotch barrels, and Esteli Viso. I smoked the different size. It wasn't a Churchill. Maybe it was a Churchill size. Hold on, let me bring that up. I think it was the Churchill size that I smoked. It was really good. It makes you, and the whole story is that Churchill used to have those late hours where he'd drink scotch and smoke cigars and all that stuff, and they tried to tie it back to Winston Churchill, which is great marketing, but at the end of the day, it's a cigar with all those fabulous components to it. It was much milder than I thought. I thought the kind of a darker wrapper on it, it's a dark black and gold band that they put on it. It's called the Late Hour. You think of something you're smoking later on in the evening to be much stronger. It's a medium cigar, strength-wise. Flavors are really good. Right now, I give it a 5. I got to go back and smoke one. I only smoked one of them for review. When I think back on it, it is a solid 5 in my book. However, you know, the price point is pretty hefty price tag on the Winston Churchill. I'm not sure what these, $20. Yes, this is like in the $20 price range. So I don't know if that I would necessarily go box worthy at that price point at this time, although I have to revisit. They have to spend some time in my humidor aging as well and see what they do. This is a pretty good offering from it didn't wow me, of course. So for that price point, I expected to be wowed a little more. I thought it was good.
I've yet to try it. Pretty soon.
I might be able to hook you up with one in there.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with the Papi Van Winkle by Drew Estate. Full disclosure, I've only smoked one. It was a sample given to me. Mexican San Andreas and Kentucky Tapa Negra wrapper. Smoked the 6x52 Toro, Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan and Kentucky filler. $15 price point, boxed at $10. They also have the Robusto and the Churchill. Kentucky grown tobacco, fire cured, and barrel fermented. This particular stick initially smoked like the Byron 19 for me, which completely stopped me in my tracks, blown away. Changed a little bit towards the end, but it was still enjoyable. Back third freshness is the best way I can describe it, and give it a box split for a rating. The Papi Van Winkle by Drew Estate. I haven't seen it in any of the shops.
Did you get that locally?
Lately. It was it was a sample given to me by a store owner. I don't want to throw out the name.
Well, tell me after. All right?
Yeah.
I'm like, where is that? Like, I've been kind of looking for that. You know what I mean? I'm not a.
I think my friend Jeff said he came across some of those.
So you go online. I'm still like, I'm still navigating through this whole online thing.
Well, it's funny. My online buying has been mostly to get deals to stock my humidor. So I'm buying closeout stuff both at retailers and online. And I'm noticing the prices are pretty similar if a store is closing out versus online. I have not been doing my diligence and seeking out some of the more limited and rare stuff online, mostly because it's very tedious. You know, with the bargain shopping that I'm doing, it's opportunistic. I get an email, or I see a store having a closeout, or I ask the store what they're closing out and purchase some of it. So, which we've been reviewing and using for regular smoking as well. But yeah,
Price point's a little high on this particular cigar, but those barnyard, earthy notes, age, it was a flavor bang, and I think it justified that price point maybe with a little bit of age. Let it sit for a little bit. But it was enjoyable.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I had the Coldwell Eastern Standard Midnight Express. I had the Toro, which is 6x52. As far as the blend, it uses the filler from the regular Eastern Standard line that Coldwell had came up with, and it has a version of the hybrid Connecticut wrapper that was found on the last Saw, which was part of their limited release in 2015. Wrapper is Connecticut Seed Maduro, which I thought was interesting there. The binder, Dominican Habano. The filler is Dominican Criollo and 98 and Nicaraguan Habano. Unlike the regular Eastern Standard, you can really taste the oaky notes. It's very oaky. Yep. Obviously, with the Maduro wrapper, it's a lot stronger. It has a good tobacco aftertaste, interesting smoke there. Marketing perspective, all they did was just do a negative image of the Eastern Standard.
Yep.
There. It's amazing how I was doing a little bit of homework, how they come up with their wrappers and the scheme behind the actual designs from them. I kind of like that stuff when it comes to the marketing.
Stogie Geeks, man.
You know, if you ever want to know about that, I won't burden the show with that, but I was able to find some interesting links as to how they get that. It's a little bit of page out of Drew Estate's book when it comes to the artistry. But in regards to the rating, I gave it a definite 5-er. If you see these, you know, you should pick some up. I have a couple left there. In regards to the sizes, that particular smoke is available in 4 different sizes. And, of course, we're hanging on the internet. So it's available in 4 different sizes. I had the Toro, and the Toro, again, in regards to the size, was 6x52. I gave it a 5-er. That was the Eastern Standard Midnight Express.
I agree with that 5-er.
Yeah.
I'm right there, too.
So you've had it?
Yep.
So you've had the regular Eastern Standard?
I have.
And you can taste the oak difference right off the bat?
Oh, it's an enjoyable stick.
Yeah.
I'm not beyond that 5-er rating with it right now. Maybe in a little bit, we'll see.
Yeah.
But for right now, yeah.
Absolutely. Cool.
I smoked a very interesting and rare cigar. This is the Casa Fuente 10th Anniversary Salamone cigar. This is to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the great Casa Fuente in Caesar's Palace Forum Shops in Las Vegas, which we've talked about before. If you don't know about it, go look it up because it's an interesting read. It's an interesting store, basically purpose-built for by the Fuente family, or co-owned in collaboration with, of course, the Fuentes. And they produced for their signature store, they produced a Salamone in the Casa Fuente line, which blend has been shrouded in secrecy, of course. I do know, and it would have been my guess that this anniversary edition would have been the same Cameroon wrapper, Dominican binder, and filler, which is really all we know about these cigars. There's a full line, 2 different lines of Casa Fuente cigars now, which we've talked about on the show in the past. This is part of the more traditional, the first line of Casa Fuente cigars. Beautiful band. It looks very much like an Opus band on it. Half Wheel, of course, has a review on it as they do their diligence in reviewing some of these rare and hard to find cigars. As you can really only purchase these, excuse me, by visiting the store in Las Vegas. I'm sure if you called them up, they might, depending on who you are, send it to you. Is kind of how that works. So this is a 6.5 inch by 56 ring gauge Salamone. It was absolutely delicious from start to finish. Just wonderful sweetness, some nice wood notes. Burn and drawn construction were impeccable and just poured this wonderful sweetness throughout the entire cigar. I would call it Fight Chuck Norris. Having said that, if you do plan on visiting Casa Fuente, you might want to hopefully come out and positive in the green on the slots and pay $45 per cigar.
Yikes.
For these particular smokes. I have to say I would purchase one or two because they were that good. If you're going to splurge on a cigar, this other cigars I smoked in this price point don't really live up to what they achieved here, in my opinion. It is worth the $45 to have one and smoke.
You're in Vegas.
You're in Vegas. It's absolutely
Great
awesome.
size format, too, that Salamone.
It smokes beautiful, too. Smokes beautiful. The Salamones can be tough. This was, beautiful. Beautiful. So, yeah. I don't have any more. Don't even think. It's in that. The other one.
How did you know? I was saying,
it's in that special spot with that special labal on it in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, Paul, with his new humidor, has a do not
Put a
touch
warning
section.
label.
Yeah.
That's right. There's an electric shock attached to the.
Are you specifically talking to me? I feel like you're talking to me with that sign.
There's a special sign in that humidor, Joe, for specific people
Tailor-made.
like to raid my humidor and raise the pirate flag.
Right.
My next one's the LFD Lennox Petite. Happen to be a huge regular Lennox fan.
I want to smoke this so bad as soon as you told me about it.
It's awesome. It comes in 5-count small box, $7.50 price point. Brazilian Cooper Maduro wrapper, Mexican San Andreas binder, Dominican Piloto Cubano.
Brazilian Cooper?
Cupra.
Cooper?
Cupra.
Cupra?
Cupra.
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 Really?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of that before.
Chupacabra. Dominican Piloto Cubano and Pilo de Oro filler. 5x40 Petit Corona. Give the stick absolutely box worthy. They come in the 5-count box, but most shops sell them individually. And earth and wood flavors, plenty of strength and flavor throughout. This is for a small stick. It was a 1 hour smoke. Enjoyable.
Get that locally?
I did.
Wow.
Yep, Hill and Harbor.
Really?
That was the first shop that I
5-pack
seen it in. 5-count box.
Yeah, 5-count box. Gotcha.
Yep, they've got plenty of them.
And is it the same blend as the regular Lennox?
Exactly the same. Yeah, which was debuted in 2015, the Petite in 16.
Which when that came in, that was. I remember talking to the old rap, and I was like, "That cigar's gonna put you on the map." And he was like, "Pal, we're already on the map." I was like, "According to me, that cigar's gonna put you on the map." I love that Lennox. That's awesome.
That's what I always reach out to.
Would imagine it being smaller would just be flavor.
The format was perfect, man.
Really?
It was, and rivaled in strength and smoking consistency all the way through to the normal size.
And what's the size on that?
It was 5x40.
Nice.
Corona.
Nice.
I'll be there Thursday, schedule-wise.
Yeah.
I'll
Pick
be
up
there
a box
Thursday
of
to
those
pick
for
up
me.
that. Yeah, that's
Got to fill up that humidor over there.
nice. I like it.
Where are we? Are we back to me now already?
Yeah, or me if you're not ready.
Yeah. I'm definitely not ready.
Okay. I had a Coldwell. Again, stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, did that taste like that? Let me have another one, right?
Yep.
I had the Coldwell King is Dead, or The King is Dead.
Yep.
Size I had, 5x50. Also had the, it's available in 4 sizes. The other size I had was the Supreme, 7.5 by 52. I definitely like the smaller size, the 5x50. Wrapper binder filler, Dominican, flavor, amazing smoke.
Yep.
You got a light wrapper for a light smoke, very tasty. I gave it box worthy.
Nice.
For sure.
Excellent.
I gave it a box worthy. I was like, wow.
I'm going to try that small format.
I had a chance to catch up with the broker
Yep.
who broke his Coldwell in this section of the woods, and I was like, this is like one of my, I really like this cigar. He's, we do very well with it. He said try the Broken Sword, which is another size that they had, but the shop I was at did not have that. But the Broken Sword is the 5x40 size. He says that's the most popular one that does there. Or the Last Payday, which is the Torpedo. But again, I really like the Primer, the 5x50. Amazing. Nice. Amazing smoke. I gave it Boxworthy for sure.
Excellent.
Nice. I smoked a Drew Estate Undercrown Shade Flying Pig.
Oh, Drew, I'm trying to picture that all in my head.
Yeah, Drew Estate Undercrown Shade Flying Pig.
Wow.
The most recent offering in the Flying Pig.
Did that come out this show?
So it was sent to us as a sample. Drew Estate sent it to us as a sample. They only sent us one.
That was supposed to be for the
for the whole but they sent us one.
Oh,
I gave you the other sample.
Soon,
I gave you the other samples that were, but they gave us one. I say that for myself selfishly.
One, I got.
Well played, sir.
We got a couple weeks before they go, so I'm gonna have to place a phone call and see what we can do. So it's called the Drew Estate
Undercrown Shade Flying Pig. So they did the Flying Pig first in the Liga Privada number 9. I'm reading from cigar-coop.com. Of course, there's the full rundown of everything you could ever possibly want to know about this particular line of cigars, right? Then they did a T52 Flying Pig, which just came out recently, which is also very good. The Feral Flying Pigs were also in that line. There was an Undercrown Flying Pig, My Uzi Weighs a Ton Kentucky Fire Cured Flying Pig, and released in 2016 IPCPR, the Undercrown Shade Flying Pig, coming in at 3 15/16 by 60. That's what it says. 3 15/16 by 60. It is the longest Flying Pig in the series, or one of the longest. Yeah. No, Undercrown Flying Pig was the same size. But no, wait. No, it isn't the largest, because those are 4.5. Anyway, it's 3 15/16. I didn't measure it, but that's what I'm told. That seems weird for me. That seems awkward to say, too.
Was it awkward to hold Flying Pigs?
Yeah, it's kind of awkward to smoke. It is an awkward smoking cigar. So the blend is the same as the Undercrown Shade. Anyone want to take a stab at what the blend is for the Undercrown Shade? It's kind of dizzying. It is an Ecuadorian Connecticut Shade wrapper, Sumatra binder. Filler is Dominican Criollo 98, Nicaraguan Criollo, and Nicaraguan Corojo. I've smoked several of the other Undercrown Shades. This one was the best, in my opinion. You pick up the sweetness. It's too bad it comes and goes, right? Because it's reflected in my rating. But at certain points in the cigar, you just get like this blast of sweetness. Then it kind of dissipates for a little while, and then it comes back, and you get these wonderful blasts of sweetness, and then it goes away. It doesn't stay consistent throughout the smoke. But because of those wonderful, I would call it a box split, in my opinion. And they come in boxes of 20, and it's definitely a box split, because that sweetness is pretty awesome.
That size format, you really got to ratchet down the fingers. You don't want to drop those guys.
Yeah, it's an awkward size to smoke, but very good. I liked it.
Nice.
I liked it. I thought it packed more sweetness, even though it was kind of fleeting.
Yep.
I thought it packed more sweetness than a lot of the other sizes. So,
I revisited the Oliva Milano. It's probably been about 8 months since I've smoked that. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. Smoked the 5x52 Robusto. $8 to $10 price point. It's kind of jumping around a lot of the places. I could not remember the price I paid for it. Boxes of 10. Leather and sweetness with a little pepper on the front. Way smoother with age. I noted medium plus and effortless draw. I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, the first go around, but better with time.
That's good smoke.
Milano, yep.
Good smoke.
Oliva Milano.
I like that smoke.
Joe Hollywood, what else you got?
All right. Here's the name. Latatia?
Letelier.
I knew it. I knew I'd forget it, right? You had given us a Letelier Lancero.
Oh, yeah. Which one? There was 2.
This was the Letelier Lancero.
Is this the Lat 46 or the other one?
It was, hold on, I have it right here.
Oh, was this the Rancine?
Racine.
I only
Racine,
smoked
thank you, Rance.
one of them
Racine.
out of the two. This one right here, it's just a regular Lancero.
That is a regular L'Atelier,
Yep.
yes, not the Racine.
Yep. And when I had that, you have it's 7.5 by 38 ring gauge. Wrapper is
Sancti de Spiritus.
Yes.
I knew that's what you were going to say.
Ecuador. Binder. Thank you. Binder. Phil. Thank you, sir. Right. Right. Yeah. If you want to come on Stogie Geeks and be, you should have gave me Spanish lessons or something first. Right. Binder filler, Nicaraguan, natural tobacco and cedar flavor throughout.
Yeah.
The whole stick. You get that old tobacco taste. Love the size. It being 7.5 by 38. Longer smoke than I expected. It was about 2 hours 10 minutes. It was great smoke. It was one of those smokes. I lit it up and I had to stop doing my notorious computer work I always do in cigar shop and just enjoy it. And
there you go.
And flavor all the way through. Smoke that all the way through. I definitely would give that a box split with a friend.
Nice.
You know what I mean? If you have some friends sitting around the fire pit, enjoying some times, go halfsies on a box with a friend. You won't be disappointed.
There you go. Nice. What are you sitting on, Paul?
I smoked a Fratello Connecticut.
Okay.
Fratello Oro is the name of the line, of course. Ecuadorian Connecticut, Cameroon binder, Dominican, Nicaraguan fillers. I smoked the Boxer Oro size, 6 1/4 by 52 box press torpedo. I gave this some time to rest in my humidor.
Yep.
And I have to say I enjoyed it a lot more from when they first hit the shelves. This, again, had that sweetness that kind of came and went a little bit.
You smoked it a while back when it first came out.
Yeah, and I wasn't really high on it. It's definitely earning a spot in my morning smoke rotation after revisiting this particular blend. I got a lot more of that sweetness, and it didn't have that bittery. I think they were just kind of a little too young when they first came on the market, to be honest with you.
Yep.
Because I smoked it after a few months in my humidor, and I'm like, wow, that got a lot better. I got a lot more of that sweetness that wasn't, I think, hidden by some of that little bit of spice and pepper components that was really, I think, just young. I think you just need a little time to sit. It's a big cigar, 52 ring gauge, 6 1/4, and some rest did it time. I would still put it as a 5er. I'm going to continue to revisit, but I would still put this as a 5er.
What was it?
Fratello Oro, the Boxer Oro size, 6 1/4 by 52 from
Red
Fratello.
label?
No, gold.
It's
all gold.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Oro, gold, all gold. Beautiful packaging. Very well done on the bands and everything.
I
Very
mean to
nice.
get back and
Nicely done.
revisit that too.
They have various different sizes, the Fratellos. They've right?
I think for the Oro, there's at least
in this line,
five, 6
there's a
sizes.
Corona, Robusto Extra, Toro, and a Gordo, 6 by 60.
Nice.
There was one. I smoked another Connecticut too. This is the police officers. What is?
Protocol.
Yeah, the Protocol. That was good too. I put this one as a 5er. I forget which size I smoked. This looks like a Corona Gordo. It was good.
That Protocol Lancero is a beast. It's
yes,
amazing.
that is my favorite
That's my
from the line.
favorite.
Yep, I agree. Their Connecticut's, I'm still warming up to some of their Connecticut's. They're good. I don't know. There's other Connecticut's that I prefer. So
Right.
rounds out Paul's Connecticut corner.
I think that's a very challenging market to get into for cigars. Is a Connecticut. There's a lot of classic facings that have had tradition and 100-year head start.
Yeah.
There's haves and have-nots, man.
So,
Some of them don't cut the mustard.
Hey, how's the L40 doing?
Awesome towards the end. It's I'm still getting a lingering sweetness towards the end. I don't know if you're getting that.
Consistently amazing, man.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
definitely.
Awesome.
It's strong. It's stronger than what I expected.
Yeah, definitely amped up in strength as we got towards the end, huh?
Mm-hmm. Plenty of smoke. Still smoking. Keeping it lit. It's
I don't know. It's not finishing as great for me as it started.
what the finish?
Yeah. I'm getting like a little petrol kind of
Really?
aroma and taste from it.
Could it be the relights? I've had a relight behind it a couple times now towards the end.
That's the first time I had to relight it. Yeah, I think it was kind of running out of gas. Running out of fuel, like literally it just wasn't lit all the way.
Retro ale's good.
Yep.
Sure.
It is fantastic smoke, though.
Yes, it is.
Definitely one to buy and age.
For sure. Man.
Fight Chuck Norris. I'd rank this cigar.
Really?
Yeah.
I go Boxworthy.
I'm at Boxworthy right now.
Boxworthy, but if I Chuck Norris,
I've just always loved these cigars.
yeah, they're good. Definitely put it in your pile of Lanceros if you're doing like a Lancero show for sure. I got Ultra Potiki, I think. I think, right? Especially when a shop owner is like, Jojo, why don't you try this, right? I had the La Bella Altero. Did you ever hear of that? Mm-mm. It is a medium body blend of Nicaraguan binder with a Habano Rosado wrapper. There's not really a lot to research on this stick here. It's got a medium body. It's got a nutty, sweet flavor there. To me, it's just a classic smoke. It looks very ultra boutique-y because you get it from a artisan cigar factory and boutique in Oak Cliff, Texas, and they're a U.S. distributor for a bunch of other cigars. So it's kind of like a spin-off of there. And I gave it a solid 5. I mean, if you ever, again, I like when, I walk into a retail shop and either the owner or the employee is like, have you ever heard of this? And I'm like, no, and they tell me about it. And they were at the trade show. And when they were at the trade show, they bought a couple boxes for their shop and tried it out. And again, people just flocked to them and they blew out because they're probably not going to have them.
About the presentation, it had that reddish hue from the Rosado wrapper.
Yeah, it did have the reddish hue. Construction was it burnt well. Interesting, just an old school wrapper. It's got a yellow there. I'll post a picture of it up on the wiki site for sure. But like I said, I gave it a solid 5. It was definitely good worth a try. I like when I get to come across that. It had a very how some of the tobacco stuff that we have has that old flavor tobacco, the sweetness. That's where the sweetness comes from.
Cool.
Thanks, Dick.
My last one, I've hit the Nub Maduro. Normally, I'm a Nub Cameroon guy. That's what I migrate to. But Brazilian Maduro, Nicaraguan binder and filler, $7 price point, box at $24. The fourth installment to the Nub cigars, 4x60 Pareo. Give it a 5. Chocolate and sweetness, but for me, it was lacking a little something. 1 hour smoking time, huge smoke, and medium in strength. And it was just one of those,
What was it?
average kind of sticks.
I think
the Nub Maduro.
I think they're average. I think the reason when they came on the market, they did so well is they carved out a niche for themselves in that short, fat smoke, and they came up with a brand. They basically defined the brand in calling it Nub, right? And then I think a lot of other people followed and created their own niches and kind of follow-ons to that were better. I think the Flying Pig is certainly an example of some of those shorter, fatter cigars that have done really well in the market. I think marketing-wise, Drew Estate did a much better job of popularizing the Flying Pig and creating a niche for themselves than did Nub, largely because I think a smoking experience is much better on a Flying Pig than it is a Nub. But when that first came out, those things were hot because it was new. I had never seen this. And I think a lot of companies in cigars try and do that with a particular size. Nub is one of the more successful ones. I think it's kind of tapered off. I like the Nub flavored lines, the Nub Cafe.
Oh, the espresso or whatever?
Espresso, cappuccino, yeah. Those
I like the Habano, the Nub Habano.
The regular Nub Habano.
Yeah.
I think it's a great golf course cigar. That Nub Cameroon, I typically have one of those when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Just that format, soft toss on the grass. It's a solid.
Yeah, it's solid. It's solid on that thing, right? Well, you see the pictures of them, just putting them on the table and stuff like that. Yeah.
Soft toss on the grass.
It's a soft. Is that a new rating? It's a soft toss on the grass.
Reminds me of one time.
A respectful soft toss.
Reminds me of one time I was smoking a cigar and I duffed a shot and I did a soft toss and I walked up to the shoot and it's goes 20 feet.
Yep.
I walked up. I spit out the cigar like that, and then I got a good 187 yards afterwards. But you shouldn't have to get angry to shoot a good shot.
No,
you know what I mean? But anyway, that's why I thought about soft toss.
Respectful soft toss.
Did you place it on the grass?
No, it was a little toss, a little flick of the wrist.
Flick of the wrist.
Put two on a nice grassy bed. You gotta.
There you go.
It's a skillful toss. We're taking Paul on the golf course one of these days. We're gonna,
When are we going to do that?
Wow,
We're well
the
overdue.
invitation.
We're going to film that, or are we just going to go? and
Yeah,
talk
we're
about
gonna.
it?
We should go film it.
All right,
we're running short on time now.
Well,
It's the end
we
of the
can.
summer.
No,
Get to
we
that
can
cool
golf
weather
till
now,
about
we
can
the
golf into December, right?
No,
I do.
The fair passage is the comfortable passage is the week before Thanksgiving.
Really?
That's where you're doing like an Under Armour and a polo underneath.
Yep.
And khakis and maybe wool socks if it's.
Don't tell me how to dress, because wait till you see my golf outfit. All right.
Corduroy pants, man. I'm
I'm
taking
going
away back.
golfing.
Right. You gotta wear a collared shirt. Have
Corduroy pants, 20 years of age.
nice. He's gonna have the knickers. The knickers.
I want the knickers. That's
nice.
what I want.
They have a whole golfing website for that. It's crazy, but it's all good.
They have a website for a lot of things, Joe.
I'm learning that. I'm learning about this whole web thing. This whole interweb thing is so fascinating. Especially.
It's all built on a series of tubes.
Yeah.
That's what you got to remember.
Yeah, we're not.
I think I'm getting a light burn from these lights here.
Yeah, I did. We're going to go put some aloe on after. Give everyone a visual about that. Thank you, everyone. On that note, thanks, everyone, for watching and listening to this edition of the Stogie Geek Show. See everyone next time.